Talks between the federal government and organized labor over the removal of fuel subsidy ended in a deadlock on Wednesday as they failed to reach a consensus following the hike in petrol pump prices to over 700 naira from 195 naira per litre by oil marketers. The hour-long meeting, which was held at the presidential villa, was to, among other things, prevent a labor crisis following the recent increase in the petrol pump price occasioned by the discontinuance of petroleum subsidy. Earlier on Wednesday, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited said it has adjusted the pump price of premium motor spirits to reflect the market realities. The agency, however, failed to state the new prices of petrol. However, several retail outlets sold the products between 600 naira and 800 naira in Lagos, Abuja, Ogun, and some other states. The National Public Relations Officer, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Chief Tinubu pointed out that the hike in the cost of PMS would trigger galloping inflation in the country, stressing that some outlets in the southeast were currently dispensing the product at 1,200 naira per litre. According to him, I quote, "We thought the president would remove the subsidy through a seamless means because the source of this petrol is the NNPCL. They are the ones subsidizing petrol products. They are the people who use their revenue to subsidize these products." The APMAN spokesperson expressed worry over the rate of increase in inflation and hardship that would come as a result of the latest hike in petrol prices. Meanwhile, Ukadike has called on the federal government and the NNPCL to give other marketers the opportunity to start importing petrol in order to create competition in this sector. Video has more detail.
Status quo, negotiate, think of alternatives and all the effects and how to manage the effects this action is going to have on the people. If it is an action that must take off.
Does your status quo, does it mean restoration of subsidy?
Well, the subsidy provision has been made up to the end of June. And before then, conscious people, labor, management, government should be able to think of what will happen at the end of June. You don't start it before the time.
But the NLC the original deadline
So why did they make provision up to end of June?
No, the original
Who's lying?
deadline was February 17th.
So why is it up to now?
That was at the discretion of the last administration.
Fine. The last administration made it up to end of June. Why can't we respect the sanctity of even that law that provided for that expenditure up to the end of June?
Okay, but is the NLC considerate with the federal government when they say that there's no fund, they can't fund all of this, they can't raise money to fund the subsidy?
What is the purpose of governance? What's the purpose of governance? Is it the duty of NLC to raise funds for the government, to collect tax, to sell crude at the international market when the price of crude is going high? And the government that is a major exporter of a crude product is telling him there's no money. Other countries that are in the same scenario are eating fat.
Mr. President, do you think it's realistic to continue payment of subsidy?
Why do you keep on hammering on subsidy? What do you understand by subsidy? Has anybody explained to you the meaning of subsidy? What did they say is subsidy? Is there any country, even in the US, there's subsidy on wheat products? Is there any country that does not subsidize living of people, even if it by providing public transportation? Well, those are issues we are looking at. If you're a major, producer of crude, and you refine abroad, you carry the crude abroad and refine and bring it, definitely there will be difference in the price, and that's what they are paying. If your fathers establish a refinery, and that refinery dies in your hands, and you are not...
NLC MD is here, Mr. Kiyari. We cannot go into any details now because talks are still ongoing. We cannot finish everything at one sitting. So we have adjourned now. We are continuing the talks at a later date, very, very shortly. But the point is that talks are ongoing. and it's always better for all sides to keep talking with a view to arriving at a very amicable resolution that will be in the longer term interest of all Nigerians. That is as much as you can see now.